All right, ready for another deep dive?
Always. What we got queued up today?
Well, let's just say we're about to unravel a love story for the ages. And no, I'm not talking about Romeo and Juliet.
Okay, now you've got me intrigued. Lay it on me.
Get ready to delve into the romantic life of Lana Del Rey. And let me tell you, this one's got more twists and turns than a film noir.
Lana Del Rey, huh? Now, there's a woman who seems to inspire a unique kind of fascination. I mean, her music alone is like a siren song of heartache and desire.
Exactly. I mean, you hear that name and you instantly think old Hollywood glamour with a side of melancholy like a vintage photograph dipped in California sunlight. And that whole vibe, it's impossible to separate from her music, right?
Absolutely. Her songs, they're like these beautifully crafted glimpses into the depths of her romantic experiences. Each album almost feels like a new chapter in the ongoing saga of Lana Del Rey's love life.
And speaking of chapters, did you hear about the surprise wedding? I mean, talk about unexpected. Apparently she tied the knot with the Louisiana tour guide.
Oh, you're kidding. A tour guide? That's a far cry from the usual suspects we see her linked to.
Right. I mean, this is a woman who's practically built a reputation for dating within the creative world. Musicians like Barry James O'Neill, Jack Donahue, Clayton Johnson, even a music video director got thrown into the mix at one point.
There's always been this sense that she's drawn to artistic energy, this shared passion for creativity. And when you consider the themes of love, loss, and longing that permeates her music, it makes sense that she'd find inspiration in those relationships.
It's almost like those relationships seep into her music. You know, like you listen to something like Summertime Sadness from the Born to Die, the Paradise Edition album, released when she was with director Eli Roth, and you can almost hear the echo of their connection in the lyrics.
Oh, absolutely. That haunting melody, the bittersweet lyrics, it's classic Lana. And let's not forget about her time with Barry James O'Neill, which coincided with the ultraviolence era. That album was raw, vulnerable, almost painfully honest. It's hard not to see the parallels to the intensity of their relationship at the time.
It's amazing how art can imitate life, or is it the other way around? It's a bit of a chicken and egg situation, but there's no denying that Del Rey's personal experiences make their way into her music. And you know what? Even the short-lived flings, those add to the intrigue, like her brief connection with rapper G-Eazy.
Oh, definitely. Each relationship, whether a whirlwind romance or a slow burn, adds a layer of complexity to the Lana Del Rey persona, fueling the public's desire to decode the stories behind the songs.
It's like we're all trying to piece together this elaborate puzzle, looking for clues in her music and her public appearances, even in her choice of collaborators.
And that air of mystery, that sense that there's always more that meets the eye, is part of what makes her so fascinating.
Totally. Okay, so we've got Lana, this magnetic figure drawn to creative souls, and then, bam, she throws us for a loop with Sean Larkin. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but he wasn't exactly a musician or an artist, a reality TV cop, if memory serves.
You're absolutely right. Quite the departure for her. The Sean Larkin phase, it definitely threw people for a loop. I mean, it was a stark reminder that Lana Del Rey, she doesn't fit neatly into any boxes we try to put her in.
It's like she was saying, don't even try to predict me because I'll always keep you guessing. But, and this is the part that has everyone buzzing, this whole marriage to Jeremy Dufrene, I mean, that feels different, monumental even, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. This isn't just another fleeting romance or a whirlwind fling. There's a gravity to it, a sense that this is Lana Del Rey making a deliberate choice, stepping into a new phase of her life.
Like she's drawing a line in the sand, shifting gears from the fast lane to something a bit more, shall we say, grounded.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And for someone like Lana, who's made a career out of exploring the highs and lows of love and fame, well, this new chapter, it has the potential to redefine everything.
It's like she's trading in the fast cars and heartbreak hotels for a cozy cottage and a simpler life. At least that's the image it conjures up.
And you know, that yearning for something more genuine, more down to earth, it's a sentiment we're seeing reflected in the wider cultural landscape, wouldn't you say?
Oh, totally. Think about it. Celebrities, they spend their lives in the spotlight, every move scrutinized, every relationship dissected in the media. It's got to be exhausting.
Absolutely. The pressure to maintain a certain image, to always be on, it takes a toll. No wonder so many of them are craving authenticity, a break from the curated personas and the endless performance.
And when you're talking about someone like Lana Del Rey, an artist who's poured her heart and soul into her music, often exploring those very themes of love, fame, and the blurred lines between fantasy and reality, this marriage to someone entirely outside that world, it's a statement, isn't it?
It really is. It's as if she's saying, this is me stepping back, reclaiming my narrative. You can have the music, you can analyze the lyrics, but meaning her personal life, this is mine.
It's like she's drawing a line in the sand, separating Lana Del Rey, the artist, the icon, from Elizabeth Grant, the woman who just wants to live her life, love who she loves, without the whole world watching.
And that distinction, that ability to set boundaries, it's crucial for maintaining a sense of self, especially in this age of social media and relentless celebrity culture.
Oh, tell me about it. I mean, think about it. The paparazzi, the constant barrage of online gossip, the pressure to share every aspect of your life for clicks and likes. It's overwhelming, even for those of us who aren't followed around by cameras 24/7.
Exactly. And for someone like Del Rey, who's always seemed to value her privacy, this need for boundaries makes perfect sense. She's not putting on a show. She's living her life. And that includes protecting her personal relationships from the glare of the spotlight.
It makes you wonder, though, this shift towards privacy, towards a more grounded existence, how will it influence her music? Will we see a different side of Lana Del Rey emerge in her songwriting?
Now, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Will this newfound stability translate into a more content, introspective Lana Del Rey? Or will her music always be intertwined with that sense of longing, that yearning for something just out of reach?
I mean, think about her earlier work, the Born to Die era. There was a certain rawness, a romanticized despair that resonated with so many people.
Oh, absolutely. The tragic heroine, the femme fatale, those archetypes were woven into the fabric of her music.
But as she's matured as an artist, as she's explored different facets of her musicality, we've seen her delve into more introspective themes, touching on everything from Americana to politics.
And let's not forget, her personal life has always been a wellspring of inspiration for her music. The heartache, the fleeting moments of joy, the complexities of love and fame, they've all found their way into her lyrics.
Which leads us back to our original question. Can you have a Lana Del Rey song without the Lana Del Rey drama? Or will this new chapter in her life simply provide a different lens, a new perspective on those timeless themes of love, loss, and longing?
Perhaps it'll be a blending of the two. The raw honesty and vulnerability that have become synonymous with her music, infused with a newfound sense of maturity and wisdom, maybe a sense of peace even.
Like, she's reached a point in her life where she's comfortable enough to be vulnerable in a different way, to explore new emotional landscapes without sacrificing the essence of who she is as an artist.
Yeah, it's like we're witnessing a metamorphosis in real time. The Lana Del Rey who sang about riding off into the sunset with a bad boy, she's evolving,
Yeah.
embracing a new chapter, one that feels quieter, more introspective, maybe even, dare I say, normal.
And that right there, that's the fascinating part. Because let's be real, in the world of celebrity, normal is a relative term, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Especially when you've built a career on being anything but.
Exactly. But that's what makes this so compelling. Here you have Lana Del Rey, this icon of Hollywood glamour and tragic romance, choosing to step back from the spotlight, to embrace a life away from the cameras. It's a powerful statement, don't you think? It really is. It's like she's reclaiming the narrative, reminding us that behind the persona, the carefully curated image, there's a real person with a beating heart. A person who values their privacy, their right to live a life outside the fishbowl of fame.
And that desire for authenticity, for a life lived on one's own terms, well, that's something that resonates far beyond the realm of celebrity.
No question. In this age of social media where everyone's trying to project an image of perfection, it's easy to feel the pressure to do the same. We're constantly bombarded with these glossy, filtered versions of reality, and it can be tough to remember that it's all just a facade.
It's exhausting. And that's why Del Rey's choice to step back from the spotlight is so refreshing, so important. It's a reminder that it's okay to prioritize your own well-being, to set boundaries, to define success on your own terms, even if those terms involve a healthy dose of normalcy.
It takes a certain strength of character to resist the allure of the spotlight, wouldn't you say? To walk away from the constant validation, the adoration, the allure of being wanted by everyone.
Absolutely. It's a quiet kind of strength, the kind that comes from knowing yourself, knowing what you want, and refusing to compromise your own happiness for the sake of external validation.
And it's a strength that's reflected in her music as well. I mean, think about her evolution as an artist. From the melancholic nostalgia of Born to Die to the introspective, sometimes even politically charged themes of Norman Fing Rockwell. She's never been afraid to evolve, to challenge expectations both musically and personally.
Never afraid to push boundaries, to experiment with new sounds, new perspectives. She's always stayed true to herself, even as she's grown and changed as an artist. And that's incredibly rare, especially in an industry that often tries to fit artists into neat little boxes.
So where does she go from here? What new depths will she explore in her music now? What stories will she choose to tell?
Those are the big questions, aren't they? Will we see a more introspective Lana Del Rey emerge? One shaped by this new chapter of quiet love and domesticity? Or will she continue to surprise us, to defy expectations, to take her music in directions we never saw coming?
It's an exciting prospect, isn't it, to think that this new phase of her life, this retreat from the spotlight, might just inspire her most powerful work yet.
Now, wouldn't that be something? To think that by stepping away from the spotlight, she might actually find a new kind of creative spark.
It would be a testament to the power of authenticity, wouldn't it? Proof that sometimes the most compelling art comes from the most unexpected places. And on that note, we'll leave you to ponder that thought. This has been your deep dive into the life and loves of Lana Del Rey, a reminder that sometimes the most interesting stories are the ones that unfold beyond the spotlight. Thanks for listening.